truck. And on take 3, I don't know what it was about that one in particular. It's like when she went into the tunnel, she was Emma. When she left, she was Sam, and she kind of never looked back. You've never seen anybody happier to just put her arms up in the air and go through this. I mean, she was like flying. It really was. It was amazing. I'm in the picture car next to it, like my jaw dropping, because she changed, and I saw it, and I was able to capture it, and I was so proud. The other one, and this will be pretty trippy to all of us in this room. Look, Emma, Ezra, Logan, and Mae Whitman, so the main 4 friends, none of them really had a high school experience. They were all kid actors. They grew up on sets. They had no prom. They had no graduation. That's their prom. Like, you know what I mean? Their only prom experience is that. Their only suburban experience is this. They're like industry kids. And so it was so exotic to them, and they loved it. It was like summer camp. You know?
Yeah, right here.
There's a couple of scenes in the movie, especially the one with Logan talking to the doctor. And for that, you know, like Heath Ledger, you don't really see Heath Ledger, you see the Joker. And in that moment, you see Charlie, you don't see Logan. Like, were you tripped out when you saw that? Like, or did you just like?
You know, that moment was, and I can actually bring it full circle a little bit to the rehearsal question. Yes, the moment you're talking about, 100%. He completely, Logan melted away. It was just Charlie. And we tried it in a couple different ways. We tried. He had like a manic take on it, and it was good, but it wasn't quite right. And then we did like I tried something angry, it didn't work. And then I just said, hey Logan, and we might be able to actually put the entire 10 minutes on the DVD just as dailies, because I want people to see how truly amazing this kid is as an actor. If this performance wasn't cut, it was shaped a little bit, but it was always there. And I just said, you know, when you actually admit horrible trauma like this, you're never angry, you're actually always ashamed. You always feel guilty, like you're betraying somebody. So let's just try that. Let's just see where that goes. And that became kind of my rehearsal, and sometimes it worked. You just plan an idea and they run with it. I did 3 takes in a row. It's just on his face. 10 minutes of film, you wouldn't believe it. It's the entire scene. He did it in 10 minutes in 3 different ways, and it was just to see him, and he was so tired at that point, it was just perfect. So I'm glad that I'm really proud of him for that moment. I'm glad it stood out to you, because I think he's fantastic.
We got time for one more question, but I did want to say.
Can I stop you for just a second? Listen, I actually have time for more if you want more. And if you brought books, I will sign them.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, is that whenever we lose the theater? Okay. I'm sorry. I don't want to.
Okay, well, you guys tell me, because if we can stay here, I can stay here. What I was going to say, and we'll figure that out. We're good to stay? Okay.
Yeah, and if people have to leave, I will so not be hurt. I just, you know, yeah, I'm sorry. It's just, I love the fans of my book and so much, and if you actually have questions, I have answers, so that's all. You know, but then again, like an hour-long Q&A can get boring for a lot of people. I won't be hurt. It's just, I just want to be, you know, I'm going to stop talking. Go ahead.
All I was going to say was, nothing to do with how many questions we can talk about, but if you like the movie, be sure to tell other people how much you liked it. Because I think a film like this that's about like characters and lots of talking and no explosions needs a little bit of word of mouth. So use every social media at your disposal to talk this movie up. It opens the end of September?
September 28th here in Chicago, yeah.
Yeah, so you're getting it way ahead. And so just keep talking about it every day until the 28th of September. Okay, so let's see who's got another question. Okay, we got one right there.
I thought that Dylan McDermott did a fine job, but I was really struck by how much Logan reminded me of a young Jeremy Sisto. Is it just me, or did you notice it too?
I think it's just you. I don't know Jeremy Sisto so well, so I'm not sure. I mean, Logan to me, yeah, I don't know. I see it, but it didn't occur to me at the time. I'll put it that way. If you were a bit of an outcast, it's where you went. There wasn't a hell of a lot else in Pittsburgh at the time, at least that I knew about. And you know, I never did the floor show. I never had the guts, so I commend you. I just had my character do it, you know. And but yeah, I just love it. I think it's such a great movie, and the floor shows are so great. And I remember a week before we filmed it, the local Rocky Pittsburgh cast, they did a special thing, and we got the whole balcony, and they did the show, and they were so great, and it really informed a lot of what the kids did, and they wanted to pay tribute to that. And we had a technical advisor, this guy Jordan, who plays the MC at Riff Raff. He says, "Give me an R" and all that. And every now and then he was a little bit. I was like, "Don't give Emma directions, please." Just like I know, you and I, we want it to be authentic, but just like don't fill her head with too much stuff. Just let her. I'll cut it right. Trust me. But yeah, that's why it's Rocky Horror. My God, you kidding? you have to include it, and also great that they all gave us permission. And Tim Curry, they could have said no, and they all said yes. It was great.
Wow.
Thank you.
Right there. Yes.
So first of all, I just want to say thank you for making Pittsburgh look amazing. I spent 4 years going to school there. So I remember the first time driving through the tunnel and like coming out and having that experience with my friends and having our song before I had even read the book. So I want to know, A, what inspired the Feeling Infinite line actually and the song for you?
The Feeling Infinite line was like one of those magic things that happens, and you write it down and say, "I feel infinite," and you wonder why no one's ever used that word to describe that feeling before. The expression came out of the scene of them going through the tunnel for the first time. Not in the book, in the movie, but in the book, it's just that whole first party and homecoming dance, and just feeling that anything is possible. It just came out of that, and my love of that feeling, because young people are a lot more in touch with that feeling than adults are, I think. Things are more possible for them in a way, or they feel more possible at least. That's where that came from. In terms of the song in the book was Landslide, but I knew I needed more of a cinematic song, and Heroes, like I said, Alex pitched Heroes, and I just thought it was perfect, and it brought a tear to my eye. And actually, when I was dealing with a lot of stuff, remember how they used that in the Elephant Love medley in Moulin Rouge? I don't know if you remember that or not. That version meant a lot to me. At that age, I was going through some stuff. And so when it was pitched back, I said, "Oh, that's full circle for me personally." So I was thrilled to bring it back. Yes, in the book, Charlie reads the poem, and I filmed it. I filmed it because I knew it was never going to be in the movie, because I've learned now. I took a lesson from Rent, believe it or not. There's a scene where Maureen does this one-woman show, and it's kind of great. At the same time, it really stops the momentum of the story. It's this weird, And so I thought, I don't want to stop this. It's enough, for the true fans. It'll be there. You can have it. And Logan did a great performance, and I wanted to record it to honor the man who wrote the poem. But yeah, it just didn't. I wanted to get upstairs, and I wanted that first kiss. To me, that was the emotional crescendo of that season, and the poem is so powerful, it would just stepped on it. It just, emotionally doesn't work. It's one of those weird things about movies. I don't know why that is, but it is.